Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to change electric brakes on a trailer. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about them. I'm going to tell you how to change, we're going to change the whole spider, this whole piece right here. I could also show you how to tell the difference between the right and the left and explain to you guys how they work. We're going to just change the backing plate and all on this, but I'll go into behind me here. We got a trailer it's got electric trailer brakes, but they're non-adjustable and they're just burn up. I've checked to see if everything's working properly in them, and they really just need adjusted, but they can't be adjusted because they're non-adjustable. So we're going to change them out today, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Hopefully by the end of the video you'll be able to do your own trailer brakes and know everything there is to know about them. So without further ado, let's get to work. So this is the left side, and this is the right, and these are labeled. But if you didn't know, this hoop right here, see how it makes this piece right here, this is your magnet, and whenever you hit your brake pedal, depending on how much trailer brake gain you have, depends on how much voltage goes into this magnet. It sticks to the back of the hub, and as your wheels are rolling, it pulls back on this and actuates the brakes. So you can see there, look closely. So that's how that works. And there's a right and a left. So this is the left side, and the hoop generally, I think always actually, it always makes a hoop right here, this component, and the hoop always goes to the front. So when you're driving forward, it will actuate them. They do work in forward and reverse, but they have a way they like to do it. So anyways, let's pull some hubs off, and I will show you what we're doing in there. I picked up some replacement caps, but you can reuse these if you don't mutilate them coming apart. So every trailer is going to have some sort of keeper. This one's a little bit strange. A lot of them just have a cotter pin. These are a really weird little keeper. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It just snaps on there, and it's got a little flat spot that goes on the flat spot of the spindle. I'll get it cleaned up so you can see a little better. It corresponds with this flat spot, corresponds with that flat spot, and it slides over the nut. But basically, you're either going to have this style of keeper or something. Well, a lot of them have a castle nut right here with a cotter pin, so you have to pull the cotter pin out. It's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to take the wheel off. Most people do take the wheel off, but I find it an unnecessary step. One thing with the wheel off, it might make it just a little bit easier to slide back on the spindle without messing up the seal on the back. The front bearing and the washer. So I was telling you guys, the magnet was working just fine on mine. You can see how shiny it is. That's where the magnet sticks to your drum. But out here, I've got, it's just vaguely shiny, but it's basically, that should be really shiny right there as well. But there's just no contact. The pads aren't making any contact. So what was going on here was the magnet was engaging. And as you can see, the brakes are actuating. Let me hold the camera still. You can see the brakes are moving. But they weren't making contact with the drum. What they really need is to be adjusted. So I'm going to show you guys why these aren't adjustable. And some of you guys who know what's going on with electric trailer brakes are going to be blown away by this. I've never seen anything like it, but these are not adjustable. Look at this. So this is the adjuster. And normally you can turn this dial and they will slide out. But this has threads on it on this one. It's just a knockoff. They're just throwaway brakes on this trailer, is basically. You can see there's no threads in here, but there's threads on this piece. So I'm not sure if it was like a, I don't know if it was some sort of a manufacturer defect or what, but this is a smooth bore in here, and this is, it has threads on it. But as you can see, you can turn this all day long and it's not going to tighten your threads up. So I was blown away by that. I don't know, maybe some of you guys have seen that before, but it's made to look like an adjustable one, but it's not adjustable. There's your magnet. 2 wires. It doesn't matter the polarity on that. You can put, doesn't matter which one's positive and negative. As long as you have a positive and a negative, it should be fine. So we just need to unbolt this. Here, 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 and here. Pull that spider off. Cut the wire connection on the back. And go from there. This is the left side, so I'm going to use the one that says left. If yours happens to not be labeled, this hoop needs to be towards the front of the trailer. And what I'm going to do before I bolt this back onto the axle, I'm just going to slip fit it into the hub to make sure that my adjuster right here is pretty close. So yeah, I'll show you that real quick. That is pretty close. I'm gonna go with that. Again, it doesn't matter which one's positive and negative on this. You just connect the power and the ground. It doesn't matter which side's which on these. You could do positive and negative either side. it'll work either way. I recommend a heat shrink down here because a lot of water in this area underneath the wheels here going down the road. So this axle seal right here has been leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and change it real quick. I usually have a heel bar, but it's in my service truck, so this is what I have. But I'm just going to pry it out with this. Here we go. Pop the seal out. So there's a new seal, put it in. I kept my brake clean out of here because I'm not going to repack all that. I've got a bearing buddy and I'm just going to put a bunch of new grease in it because I didn't have any trouble. I wasn't having any trouble with my bearings. I was having trouble with my brakes, and I'm just trying to slam some brakes on real quick.
Something else.
But you can watch for my next YouTube video to come out on electric trailer brakes.
Oh yeah?
I'm doing it right now. Making a video right now.
Heck yeah. I need to get on there. I'll never get on YouTube anymore.
You need to get on there and watch my videos.
What's your handle on there?
Well, it's Circle B Ranch, but if you just type in power divider, I'm like the first video that pops up now.
I usually don't look on there because I already know that stuff. You know, I got that book in my head, so.
Yeah, well, you can.
You know what I mean? Memorize.
You can like my videos at least to help me with the algorithm.
I'll get on there and give you a like.
Do it.
Subscribe, follow.
Yeah, you got to do that. Can't believe you haven't liked and subscribed to my stuff already. I can't believe you haven't liked and subscribed already. I thought we were friends.
We are. I just don't get on YouTube. I don't follow YouTube that much.
I'm just giving you a hard time. But be watching for this
I'll take a look.
this electric trailer brake video. You might learn something. Yeah. Well, hey, let me get off here and get back to my YouTube family.
Right on, man. You guys have fun.
We'll see ya. Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, YouTube, so we put the hub back on, we put the front bearing in there, we put the washer in, we've got the nut. I'm going to show you how I tighten these down. They're not, that's just, you know, this isn't a dealership shop. We're on a farm here. So this is how I do it. If you don't like it, find you a book, do what the book says. This is the way I do it, right here. Or you can leave a nasty comment under marks, tell me how shoddy my work is, because I didn't change the seal on the back of the hub, and I didn't repack these bearings, and yada yada yada. Well, I got 6 more to do on this trailer, so I'll be done way before them guys that want to change all them parts. Plus, I don't use this trailer for making a living. I use it quite a bit though. So what I do, once I get it snugged up, I'll snug it up and then I'll spin the wheel. You can hear them brakes back there dragging a little bit. Not too bad. And I'll snug it a little bit more, and I'll spin the wheel. I'm basically just seating the bearings, making sure everything's seated up. Then what I do is I just loosen it back up. And then I will just, basically just a tiny bit more than finger tight is the way I do it. Finger tight is actually fine, right there. You can shake the wheel back and forth and see we don't have any play. Grab the wheel and shake it back and forth and we don't have no play. So we're good as gold right there. I do have a few, well, so now throw this little gadget back on. That keeps the nut from spinning off when you're going down the road. I just grease it till it starts coming out of the, you can see it coming out around the bearing there. And that's good. So I got my cap. Found me a socket to use as a driver. They fit quite nicely. I just keep turning, and I'm prying. I'm on the left side and I'm prying down, so I get low on the adjuster, pry my screwdriver down. So what I'm wanting to do is adjust it all the way out to where whenever I roll the wheel, the brake drags. So it's tight, all the way tight, and I can't turn the wheel. So now I will just loosen it, one stroke, and then try and turn the wheel. I can turn the wheel right there, but it's still rubbing just a little bit. And I'll just back it off just a little bit more. The wheel turns completely freely right there.